We're back with more of the Instigators, presented by Seneca Resorts and Casinos. Nothing else comes close.
All right, welcome back to the Instigators. Joining us now, he's on the line, Mr. Jacob Bryson. Jacob, good morning, sir.
How are you guys doing today?
Oh, well, Rob is in his attic with about 500 hockey sticks that you should go over and visit one day and learn about. Craig is in his office with an echo that sounds like he's in his bathroom, and I'm in my living room. What about yourself?
Well, I'm in my living room as well. So.
Where are you?
I'm back in London right now with my family.
Okay, so you're back in London. So you were in Roch this year, and for those tuning in who might not be familiar with our guest, Jacob was the fourth-round draft pick, number 99 overall, in the 2017 draft out of Providence College. How'd you enjoy your first year in Roch?
It was good. I liked living in New York. It was a new experience for me, but I've lived in the States now for 5 years, so it was good though. First year of pro was definitely exciting, and I learned a lot of new things and new experiences as the year went on. But overall, I would say it was definitely a good year.
Well, you came from a pretty high-end school. So how was the jump? Did you find the jump much faster? I mean, you had a pretty, from where the season was halted. I mean, in 61 games, you had 27 points. That's a pretty nice season for a rook.
Yeah, I think 3 years at Providence really helped me. Coach Lehman there, he runs a really good program, and I think myself, I learned how to play a lot of defense when I was at school. I know practices were long, and his fundamentals were good, so I learned a lot of things, and I think that's he prepares a lot of players to become pros because just the way he runs his program and the way he is as a coach. So I think that helped a lot, and 3 years definitely it benefited me there, and kind of helped me translate into a pro this year.
I have a question. So I'm looking back. You mentioned you played 3 years at Providence. You played in the USHL. You're from London, Ontario. You have a very prominent OHL team there, known for grooming players for the NHL in the London Knights. Was the OHL ever an option? Could it have been an option? When did you decide for it to not be an option? I mean, what? Tell me about your path. I think is most curious. I'm most curious about.
Yeah, for sure. So London, everyone knows London Knights. Like you said, it is a very prominent team and location here. And growing up, I went to a lot of games, and I've always wanted to play for them. But when I was in minor midget, a lot of my friends got drafted and everything, but I was never drafted to OHL. I know I went to camp with the Knights for a year there, but I decided to go to prep school because I just kind of wanted to try something new, and I didn't know if I was going to be successful in the OHL. So I went to prep school, and then from there it kind of took off. I committed to Providence, and then I was drafted into the USHL for Omaha, and then I ended up going there for a year, and then went right to Prov for 3 years, and then I'm kind of here now. So I don't know. It kind of just, when I went to prep school, I kind of never looked back, but don't get me wrong, the OHL is a great road, and I always wanted to go there growing up. So that was definitely a hard decision for me, but I kind of just fell in love with where I was when I went to prep school, and I love the States, and I kind of like being on my own and away from home for a little bit. So I kind of just stuck with it, and I've never looked back since.
How old were you when you went to prep school, and where did you go?
So I went to Loomis Chaffee, which is in Windsor, Connecticut, and it's in the Founders League. I was 16, 17, 15, 16. So it was after my sophomore year of high school, or junior year of high school here. I went and repeated junior year there. So I did 5 years in high school.
So when you're talking prep school, are you talking like gray flannels, blue blazer, school tie?
So it was in the East Coast. So I don't know if you know the schools there, but like the big ones were like Salisbury, Cushing Academy. Like Loomis kind of falls into that group. There's Dexter, basically prep schools, and then usually the kids there either go to college or they'll go to juniors for a year, and then kind of that's the route that they'll take.
So what have you been doing since the Jacob Bryson joining the Instigators here on WGR 550? What have you been doing during the quarantine? Have you been able to work out? Is a regular question we ask players that join us. Are you able to skate? I mean, what are you able to do?
Yeah. I haven't skated since I've been home. Just there's no ice here. I know. I don't know if other places have ice or not, but I know in London we have nothing kind of around in this area. So I've been working out though, or trying to do 4 to 5 a week, just at home workouts, because also the gyms are all closed here. So I just have programs, and then I have a few weights and a little bit of equipment here that I've been using, and just trying to find, ways to get stronger and in this tough time.
Awesome. I want to read you something. When I found out that you were coming on today with us, I was asking some questions to a few people that have watched you play this year in Rochester. And he basically wrote me a rundown of kind of what he thought of your first season. And I'm going to read it to you.
Okay.
He said, absolutely love Bryson. Calm and reliable when skating the puck out of the zone. He's a zone exit machine. A very good skater and puck handler. But he's good defensively too. I can show you lots of tape of him using his feet, gaining position, and winning battles against bigger players. When I'm asked who's the brightest spot this year in Rochester, my answer is always Bryson. You've got to be very pleased, because I think that you've opened a lot of eyes this year for yourself, and the way that you played in your first year in Rochester. With you now in the situation that you're in now, obviously your season wasn't finished totally, but what are you working on right now, thinking about moving into the next season, things that you need to improve on?
Yeah, so I think I definitely used this first year as, kind of a learning experience. And like I said, it was a good year, and I had a lot of fun, this whole year. But I think I learned a lot from the vets. And, I feel like at the start of the season, I was a little shaky when I was playing, I'll be honest. I don't think I played my best hockey in that first half of the season. But I think when I kind of just took a step back and looked at it, I think a lot of it was just with confidence, and I think I had started to play, better, and kind of towards the end of the year, I was going I was getting better every game, and I think I was playing my best hockey towards the end of the year. So I think next year, I think I just got to carry that into, the start of the season, and maybe I was a little nervous, or just confidence-wise, it wasn't all there at the beginning because it was my first year. But I think next year, I'm going to be ready to roll right from the beginning, and I'm definitely I'm excited for it because. Second year. I have a little bit of a year of confidence now, and I can't wait to get back to hockey and playing.
Jacob Bryson joining us. You have two guys on the phone here, Rob Razor, and myself, both played for the Rochester Americans. Craig was in Fredericton way back when, before you were even born. But how I think all of us. But how did you like Rochester? Where did you live? Tell me about the city and the fans, because I think a lot of players, go to the American League, and I don't think they're quite sure what their following is going to be like. But Rochester's got a pretty cool fan base there.
Yeah, I would say Rochester's probably one of the best places to play, honestly, for sure. The city's pretty nice as a whole, and where we live in a little area on Park Ave, which a lot of the guys, I think, choose to live there because it's kind of it's a fun little spot, and it's close to the rink, and there's a lot of good, little restaurant shops around. So I think that's the best spot to live, and that's where we were last year. And but the fans are unbelievable. Every game, whether it's on a Wednesday or Friday or Saturday, there's always a lot of people there, and they're very dedicated, and I would say probably some of the best fans in the AHL. I can't complain at all because, they're always there supporting us, and I love going to the events that we do that are fan-based, and, being able to go see them and, make some new connections and friendships with people, you haven't met before. So it was good. I feel like that's every year. the fans. I was there last year for playoffs too when they played Toronto. I went up for a few games after I signed, and the atmosphere then was ridiculous. It was crazy. So I was excited for this playoffs too. Just seeing that kind of atmosphere. But a lot of the games on Friday, Saturday, we get that. So, but no.
Oh, I know
they care.
I know that Park Ave area all too well.
Yeah, no.
I bookended my career in Roch. I started in Roch and I ended in Roch. It was. I love Roch. Is that Magpie Place still there?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I bet you just walked past that place.
We didn't go there once, so we kind of found different spots, but I never got a chance to go there.
Yeah, Magpie, you're only 22. So, I was 30, 31 when I was there. So, we wouldn't have wanted you kids in there anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, enjoy whatever time you have there with your family in the quarantine. Hopefully we can get hockey back here soon and see you back playing.
Yeah, I will. I appreciate you guys taking your time for this call.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.